I know that you're somewhere back there, but I don't know. Michael P Clive, always a jokester. Yep. A ton of fun, and I know you and Melissa started this awesome dish earlier.
Yeah, and boy, the Twitter has just gone active.
Michael, the exact where this dish has come from. Yeah,
let's take our hats off to the good people of New England and Paul for bringing it to our attention that this is less of a Maritimes and more of an American fish shrimp boil. So
does it really just fall along the entire coastline pretty much?
You know what, I think that the East Coast is a great place, and they celebrate lots of cuisine very similarly, but yeah, you know, we use Old Bay, and that is a Chesapeake American seasoning, but this was really more of a focus on a bit of the cooking with beer that we did, where you created a fantastic broth using a shandy beer. So we took the lemony beer to the water, seasoned it up with Melissa, added corn, the potatoes.
You added everything.
Except the shrimp, okay? So we, right here, have some shrimp where the devein, the track, has been removed. I leave the shells on. Why? Why? Why?
Why do you leave the shells on, Michael?
Well, because flavor, maximizing the flavor. And now if you had friends who were very particular, you could remove these, but I encourage you to save the shells, and you can make a wonderful shrimp bisque. There's so much flavor in these shells. Keep the shells, freeze them, use them at a later date. Yes.
Never would have thought to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but now I took some shrimp earlier, and just what you want to do is cut the heat on your shrimp boil when it comes time, like near the end. Give yourself about 4 minutes to just slide in your shrimp. Now these I already poached, put them in the liquid. Basically, you don't want to boil them too much because they will get very tough. And I know that you're a big fan of shrimp.
You already know that. Yeah, we discussed this already today, Michael.
Yeah, so you know that you shouldn't overcook your shrimp. So I put them in there, they poach away. The corn is fork tender, the potatoes are fork tender. We have accompaniments. Let's look at those.
See, I like this part. I like the melted butter.
Yeah, okay, so we've got some drawn butter where we just basically melted it, and that goes into the bowl with a little spout. And then what else accompanies a good old-fashioned shrimp boil?
I don't know, Michael, tell me what.
Hunks of bread, baguette. That, because it's brothy, there will be a broth.
Yeah, like, I'm wondering how this is served.
Well,
I really am.
Right, so you cut
What am I supposed to do? Am I just cutting slices?
Wedges.
Wedges.
Yeah, I want wedges. You can quarter it if you like. And there it is, the cutting techniques, years of it. So while Leanne's cutting the lemon, I'm taking the corn, the sausage, the potatoes, and basically you pull them out of the broth, Leanne. You pull them out because you want to just maybe ladle on a couple hunkfuls of the broth afterwards. Okay, so it's rustic, goes in here, the sausage, the meatiness. This isn't how
Would another way to do it just be to throw it all into a strainer?
Yeah.
Or not good enough?
Well, then you got to collect all those drippings. You want to collect them because there are some flavors in here that we want to drizzle over. But traditionally, they would pour the whole thing over a table that's lined with newsprint. We talked about it earlier, and it's colorful. Look at this.
Look at that.
Hearty, and it's good and tasty, and it says summer, end of summer. Okay. So here, I'm going to take a couple ladlefuls of
I'm impressed right there.
Are you?
So this goes in.
Yeah, and then we hit it maybe with broth. Okay, again, digging deep for.
Oh, you've left a lot in there still.
Well, that's okay. I know a guy named Andrew who's going to come over here afterwards and ravage this cooking counter, so that's all good. And then here we go. That is our beautiful shrimp boil. All right, so
first time I've ever seen one of these done.
Yeah, and again, I implore everyone to enjoy the last couple weeks of summer, a get out back, staycation, if you will, and pull this one off. It's a showstopper. It's rustic.
It's a topic of discussion because people are going to ask how did this all come together.
Yeah.
What did you want me to do with these? I didn't know what size you wanted, so I did smaller and then I did larger. I wanted
no, that's
to
great.
Be,
and then I can use one of these for like my Caesar, and then the rest of these could just pepper in around here.
Oh, that's for decor?
Yeah, I mean, it's not supposed to be haute cuisine, but fun, friendly, and of course, super tasty. Give it a little drawn butter. Give it a little drawn butter, and let's just say you can find all these recipes at rickards.ca. You could go to a Twitter. You could go to CTV's website for all this.
You could find all of those details. Michael P Clive, always a pleasure. Figure out what we're going to do with the rest of it. I think we just make this into like a soup. Like, could you even do that? Have a little bit more of that in the broth? No,
I'm going to be sipping this while I drive home.
It would be, right?
Well,
you would do that?
You could use this broth for poaching some fish and whatnot, but there's so many hungry people around CTV here this morning that we're just going to destroy it. I'm looking at you.
How'd you know that was going to happen? Yeah. Zach behind the cameras, he's definitely waiting. Yeah. All right, always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome job, and thank you for my lemons. I thought I did a great job with those.
Yeah, you did.
I really did. All right, we do have to take a break. More to come here on CTV Morning Live.